Hi, I'm David Pollandine, Director of Development in the Prairies for IJM Canada. And I'm back to give you some updates about how IJM's work of protecting the poor from violence and slavery is going and how we're navigating it during COVID-19. If you remember, IJM protects the poor from violence in three ways. First of all, through an immediate response. That means helping people now who are affected by COVID-19. Secondly, with a near-term response, continuing to do investigations and rescues as normal. And thirdly, a long-term response, partnering with governments to protect the poor from violence and slavery. Again, business as usual. So first of all, for an immediate response, helping people affected by COVID-19 now. For that, we're going to Ghana to see how a song called the Justice Song that was released just recently on social media has been like an antidote to mental health as it reminds people of IJM's mission and calling and the God who we serve. The song was put together by my colleagues from IJM and features over 90 vocalists from 33 countries, which includes IJM staff and survivors of slavery and trafficking. Their voices and hearts stand in solidarity against modern day slavery and trafficking. The song was originally written in 2017 by IJM Ghana's first country director, Kane Christie, and his friend, Salome Temaklo. Kane and Salome met at church, developed a friendship, and eventually Kane became Salome's mentor. Sadly, Kane unexpectedly passed away in late 2017. Salome joined IJM Ghana as a team member shortly after Kane's passing, and in 2020, Salome began working to bring the song to new life. This is a song that probably would not have even been shared with us all, but for COVID-19. And it's a response of thanks and praise to God for his faithfulness and heart to bring justice to the world, and especially in this time of COVID-19. To hear this incredibly moving and uplifting song, simply go to YouTube and search for the Justice Song, or you can see the URL there displayed at the bottom of the screen. So secondly, we're looking at a near-term response during this time of COVID-19, and that means continuing to do investigations and put on rescue operations. And for this, we're going to Thailand. 18 Burmese workers thought to have been trapped in a Bangkok factory were rescued just 2 weeks ago. IJM supported Thai and Burmese officials with the rescue and police interviews of the migrant workers from Myanmar. The gate was locked when we arrived at the confectionery factory, which was run out of a large home. After officials called out to workers, one man began to climb the gate to secure his freedom. "I didn't know if it would be days or months. I now feel free," he said. IJM will continue to partner with authorities in providing aftercare for the workers. And thirdly, for a long-term response, IJM are partnering with governments to protect the poor from violence and slavery. And for this, I'm focused on a movement of survivors of slavery who want to make a difference in the fight to end trafficking. And it's essential to elevate and centre the voices of survivors if we want to do this. We are honoured at IJM to work with the Global Survivor Network and help empower survivors to advocate for change in local, national and global centres of power. This movement has been born out of IJM's Aftercare programme, which has three main steps. First of all, to implement standards and embrace customisable methodologies. It's a tremendous responsibility to care for a person who has endured mental, physical, sexual and emotional trauma. For this reason, it is crucial that we take proven methodologies and offerings and allow staff in the field to adapt and shape them in the way that works best in their particular context. Secondly, we want to measure impact. If we were serious about taking our aftercare approaches to scale around the world, we had to prove they were successful. In 2012, staff at an IJM programme office in South Asia developed and piloted a measurement tool to help them answer this important question. There was nothing available at the time to do this. Well, soon after, we developed an assessment survivor outcomes tool, an ASO tool, to measure progress of survivors rehabilitating from various forms of violence and exploitation. The ASO tool can evaluate if a survivor is safe, able to access legal protection, social support and education, as well as access their mental and physical health. By using the tool, service providers can create a tailored plan for every survivor in their care. And thirdly, to elevate and centre survivors' voices. Survivors have uniquely powerful experiences and expertise to offer. They can share about the nature of the exploitation, the factors that enable it to thrive, the criminals who profit from it, and the solutions that will stop it. Local networks of survivors have organically formed all around the world. Last year, IJM convened a number of these local survivor groups to form the Global Survivor Network, the GSN. These leaders are mobilising thousands of survivors and survivor groups to speak into local and global decision making and policy making that will help end violence against people who are poor. Well, one positive action we can take is actually something that I'm involved in at the moment, and it's a big campaign that we're doing at IJM. And you can register just by clicking on the link below, just typing that in. And actually, I've formed a team called What No Coffee. You can join my team as well. And the idea is you do three things. You give up something, choose an at-risk product to give up for 40 days. I'm choosing coffee. You donate money to give, to save and encourage family, friends to support you as well, ask for money. And thirdly, you challenge. You complete weekly challenges that get me emailed to you by IJM. You can also tag a justice-loving friend to join you in hashtag Give It Up for Freedom 2021. I want to finish by thanking you for your continued support as we walk with vulnerable people in poverty, suffering violence and slavery, which of course has been amplified during this pandemic. I'll see you again in a few weeks. Take care. Stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.